Hi there, Cosmic Family. My name is Helial. In this incarnation, I am here today to talk about the new moon in Taurus that we are going to have on May 8th here in Argentina. In some other places, it's going to be May 7th at night. So we officially end the eclipse season with this event. This is a marvelous seeding for the next 6 months, which is the cycle that every new moon opens. So I'm going to put the map on the screen. Sun and moon are going to be united in the degree 18 of Taurus. Venus is going to be is going to participate of that conjunction, and also Uranus and Jupiter, they are going to be very close. We have an stellium of planets there, and luminaries are going to create a sextile with Saturn in Pisces, which is a harmonic aspect. This new moon opens a cycle of great fertility and exponential, unexpected growth. Jupiter also is in its final phase of its journey in Taurus, because on May 25th is going to enter in Gemini. We are going to talk about that briefly. But before moving to Gemini, it is going to make wonderful activations. It is going to show us the fruits of its wisdom, during this journey in Taurus, and also its blessings. In astrology, Jupiter is considered as a benefic. I personally like to approach planets from a more neutral place. I mean, it is true that Jupiter is associated with optimism, with the visions, the sense of the experiences, the truth, with abundance, expansion, all these kind of things. But in its other side, Jupiter could be dogmatic fanatism or excesses, to give an example. So anyways, May is going to be a month to recharge ourselves, to recharge the energies after all we have gone through during the eclipses and the last full moon in Scorpio. So if we approach this with consciousness, we can materialize a lot of prosperity. Remember that nothing comes from the planets. It is us. There is an energy, an available energy. They are synchronic with that available energy, and we choose if we want to take advantage of that or how we want to use it. So let's go to the basics. Taurus, I've been talking about this the last days, but Taurus is very linked with the physical, the contact with the physical, with the physicality, with the terrestrial. The human experience is the spiritual human experience is lived through the senses. So this is very linked with the relationship with our body, with the earth. This is linked with stability, with what makes us, what brings security, resources, terrestrial resources, individual resources, immaterial and material, the ways we generate those resources, and well, in the collective way, these events are always manifesting in different ways. And the economic system, it is going to keep changing. I've been talking about this in videos before. There is a playlist, you can find the videos there. Also, the conjunction itself, Jupiter-Uranus, that happened in April, this is the beginning of great technological changes. This is increased by the presence of Pluto in Aquarius, that is more associated with the artificial intelligences. But the technological changes are very linked with economic system in this case, and with the earth, the seeding, the food, because that grows in the earth. So we have to know that not everything is going to emerge from a conscious place. That's why it is very important how we operate in the individual, because that is what constructs the collective reality. So back to the individual, this lunation is also about everything that we give value, from the immaterial things and the material too. The fact that we are in a process in which we will have to understand the divine purposes of the matter, because the human being have disconnected, have distorted the relationship with the matter. Doesn't mean that we have to, eliminate the matter, because our bodies matter, everything, our reality is matter right now. Even if it's illusory, it is part of what we are experiencing as spiritual beings. So a person that makes, paintings, an artist, it is going to be, it is going to give value to their brushes, because I don't know if that's the word, because they are their tool. So obviously no, but it is very important to mention that we have to do what we can with what we have. I mean, we don't have to wait to stay in certain level or to attain certain resources to start to share what we have to give, to align ourselves with our purpose. It's very important to start with whatever thing we have at the present moment. But of course, along the way, it is very important to invest in what is linked with our purpose of the soul. The main thing is that matter cannot have more value than human life. And how much life the system teaches us to put at the service of the matter. This changes when we discover our purpose. So for many people, this is the beginning of aligning themselves with their purpose, or to start the journey to find it, which is something that our soul is guiding in the universe. So well, with the presence of Venus, it is also important to attend or to know what we value in relationships, and what we want to keep nurturing, nourish, what we want to nourish in order in us and in our experiences, to see that in the mirrors and to see it grow. Also to identify our desire, what do we want what do we want from our soul, because not every time, not every people, not every person, sorry, has this clear. And if you don't have this clear, it is very important, sorry, to do this inner seeking, to approach this path with consciousness too. So after the processes we have gone through, after the eclipses and all this thing, those things help us to understand what we give value to. I mean, I'm going to put an example. For a person that maybe have economic stability, but they don't have, he or she don't have time to enjoyment, for pleasure, a high levels of stress, that person is going to reevaluate what kind of stability wants to create. We have to know that we cannot be constantly in the enjoyment of the comfortable things, because in order to grow, it's like the muscles. When we are training, the muscle needs a certain level of effort to grow. So we can apply this to life, and Uranus tells us that we cannot be in the comfortable place every time. So we have to learn to enjoy other parts of the process too. But well, in the end, this is linked with identifying what we want to see flourish, blossom in our experience, and that is going to happen in the Taurus area of our natal chart, in that house. There are going to happen the changes because Uranus is here, and this is about moving to a new dimension of the reality. This is a cycle to give a quantum jump, expansive, a conscious quantum jump, and in which we can materialize experiences that are aligned, in greater alignment with our inner self. So the purpose of the spiritual path here is to create on earth with more consciousness, is to descend the light to this plane. Because if there is no practice in that, there is only a spirituality that is intellectualized and that is not assimilated with the body, and it is not descended to the matter either. Reconnecting to consciousness is wanting to elevate our own experience, and also the collective one, to abandon this world and live it better from our place. So we can expect changes, big changes, sudden changes, also beneficial changes around this event. And everything that could happen is, again, to align ourselves with the divine purpose and what we came here to co-create. We could decide to free ourselves from something to make a space. This part of the space is very important, to make a space so other experiences of prosperity can enter, prosperity and abundance can enter in our lives. So with the sextile with Saturn in Pisces, everything that we are assuming with commitment, every effort, every energetic investment, and Saturn in Pisces is telling us that the constructions, the objectives, they have to emerge. They have to come from the soul. We cannot, keep following objectives or goals that are linked with acquired conditionings, from society, from our environment, or whatever thing. So all that investment of resources, time, and energy is the water, Pisces, the water to irrigate the Taurine earth, and that is what is going to create the growth in a very, again, with Uranus, we don't know how things can really develop. This could be something very unexpected. In many ways, resources can come to ourselves, to expand ourselves, and to, collaborate with the expansion of consciousness. We just have to trust in our own path. That is what Jupiter says to us. And that everything that we have experimented until now has a divine sense in the big puzzle, and also Jupiter is starting, this aspect is going to be powerful too. It's going to do a sextile with Neptune. It is very opened by the moment of this lunation, but it is present. So heaven on earth is a construction, an individual construction that starts with each one of us, and then collective. Universe is sustaining us when we are sharing what we came to give to this world, and that not only has an influence in our resources and how pleasurable is our experience, but also the divine purpose is, reuniting ourselves with the people that can really accompany us in the process. So everything is connected, actually. That's why heaven on earth involves everything, the dreams of the soul. So, I am going to end the video here. Thank you, everyone, and see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.